Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brainbean here again, back with another chair review video for you. Now, if you remember in my last video, we took a look at Vertagear's PL4500, and I was really impressed with everything that chair had to offer. Now, in this video, we're taking a look at Vertagear's absolute top-of-the-line chair, the Triigger 350 Special Edition. Now, before we get into the actual review of the chair, I will let you guys know there are three different versions of the Triigger chairs. The first one is the 275, which is about $600, and it is available in 4 different color options. And it's the more accessible version if you want to get the sort of mesh style chair ergonomic design. They also have the 350, which is very similar to the one we're going to look at here. That one starts at $800, and then they have the special edition, which is $1,000, which is the one we're looking at in this video. But the main differences between the two to keep in mind is the regular version comes in black, and the special edition version comes in the exclusive red color, and the special edition also includes the upgraded casters and the attachable headrest. Now, both of those can be purchased separately on their store if you decide to go with the black version, but they're gonna run you about $200 or maybe even a little bit more anyways. So if you're wanting those extras, it's gonna be more cost effective to just go with the special edition right out of the gate. So starting as always with construction and design, this is a mesh style ergonomic office chair. Now, it's made with a DuPont mesh that is ultra durable and is also spill resistant, but because the nature of a mesh chair in general, spills are just gonna drain right through that mesh material, so you can kind of take that for what it is. Now, I do like that it has this sort of leather accents around the chair, and this is made out of a real calf leather, so it's much softer and much more premium feeling than polyurethane leather. And for those of you that are, care about the animals and all that, do keep in mind that this is real leather. Now, the chair itself does have an adjustable backrest built into it for lumbar support that feels really comfortable. It's very easy to adjust. You just click it in on the sides. It's got 2 little click points here. You push those in and you can slide it up or down to whatever position feels more comfortable for you. I also like that there's a lot more ease of use features in this chair. Like with a traditional chair, you have to reach down to the sides and click the mechanisms to be able to recline the chair up or down. Same thing with raising and lowering the piston. And on the Triigger 350, you actually have some little switches right on the armrests themselves. So if you want to rest the chair back or lock it in place, you just squeeze the lever, and it's got almost like the same mechanism that you would have on bike brakes that kind of goes down and activates that. So you don't have to do any awkward leaning or twisting or anything to be able to activate those features. Some other adjustments that you can make with the chair are that you can slide the entire base of the seat forwards or backwards, and the armrest will actually move with it. So even though you can't slide the armrests forward on their own independently, it will still be proportionate to your body if you need to slide the base forward. The armrests also rotate out and in, but that's pretty much going to be it in terms of where the armrests can move. Talking about the overall comfort of the chair now, which is the most important part of any chair. And whether you're coming from a regular office chair or even a traditional style gaming chair, moving over to a mesh style ergonomic chair like this is certainly going to take some getting used to. Now, all the cushion and padding in those chairs might feel nice at first, but sometimes it can cause your body to have not the most perfect posture that it could, and so it can actually be to your detriment to have a chair like that. Now, for me personally, coming from the LF Gaming Stealth, which is a $1,400 all memory foam chair, I've noticed that particularly in my shoulders, when I sit in that chair for a long period of time, actually causes me some pretty significant discomfort, and I already have back problems in general, so I think having that much squish is not really that great for me personally. And when I switched over to this chair for the last week or so that I've been testing it, I really liked the lumbar support that's built into the chair, and also the ability to tighten the amount of force that the backrest has as far as being able to lean back. For me, felt really nice and actually alleviated a lot of the shoulder tension that I had when I used the other chair. I also like that the mesh base of the chair slopes downward, so again, that kind of helps with cutting off the circulation under your legs, which for long periods of time can help alleviate some soreness there. And of course, if you're prone to blood clots or something like that, can certainly minimize the risk when you're sitting for long periods of time. I did notice that sitting in the mesh when going from something like the LF Gaming's memory foam padding in the seat did take a little bit of getting used to. I did notice that my butt was getting a little bit sore after maybe like 4 or 5 hours. But again, that's a long period of time to be sitting. And I did notice that over the course of the week, those symptoms started to alleviate a little bit as my body got used to sitting in the chair. So I think it's sort of a process of you have to kind of relearn how to sit with good posture before you really start to notice the benefits. But for me personally, this is definitely going to live at my desk for the foreseeable future, because even though it might not look as cool and it might not have all the memory foam padding, the benefit on my body of sitting in a proper position for a long period of time has already been noticeable after a week. And so with that, I don't care what it looks like, I'm going to be using this chair. Now moving on to the extras, like I mentioned, the special edition version does come with the nicer casters as well as the attachable headrest. Now the headrest just attaches with 2 screws, so if you want to use it, you can. If you don't, you can take it off. It does look a little bit better without having it on there, but for me, coming from using gaming chairs for the last 3 or so years, I'm used to being able to kind of lean back after a game or something and just rest my head. And I found more than once that not having it on there, I would lean back and my head would snap back and felt like I was going to crack my neck. So I put mine on there. I don't know if I'll keep it on there after a while, maybe once I get used to it, but for now, that's where it's going to live. So overall, to wrap it up, guys, you know, for $1,000, the Vertagear Triigger 350 is an expensive chair, and even $800 for the regular version is still a tough pill to swallow. Like always, I recommend you guys dump that money into your system first. So if you need a new GPU or your monitor's not where you want it, or even your peripherals, if you don't have the dream setup in your PC already, then I can't really recommend dropping this kind of cash on a chair, because I really feel like that money will go a lot farther in your system to give you better performance, which will give you a better gaming experience. Now that being said, if you have medical conditions or you suffer from back pain, something like that, where having a chair like this is going to provide you some immediate medical benefits, then it's certainly worth taking a look at before that. But that being said, if you've already got your system exactly where you want it and you're looking for the best of the best of a chair experience to really tie in your premium setup, then the Vertagear Triigger 350 is certainly worth taking a look at to include in that. Like I said, I've reviewed the LF Gaming Stealth, and that chair is even more expensive, and I'm gonna switch over to this chair. I also use the Herman Miller Aeron at work, which I find the experience to be somewhat comparable, although it doesn't have the adjustments that this chair has. So I still find that this chair, in terms of looks and feel, is a little bit more premium, but again, it costs more than that chair too. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in those comments down below what you think about ultra premium office chairs and gaming chairs in general. Do you think it's worth the money, or do you think that, you know, maybe it's just something that isn't really worth that big of an investment? Of course, you can give this video a like if you enjoyed it to show your support, and if you're new here on the channel, I'd love to see you subscribe, as I've got a lot more videos like this coming for you in the near future. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.